Thank you.
This meeting is being recorded by the Commission on Disability Access. If any other persons present are doing the same, you must notify the chairperson at this time.
Anybody recording? I don't think there's anybody
No.
else on but us pigeons. Okay.
Okay.
Roll
So-
call.
Call to order.
Call to order is we are at 1:39 on the 13th. Is that the 13th?
14.
14th. Okay. 14th of 25. And we have roll call.
Yep.
Let's see. We have Lynn is here.
Here.
Louise.
Here.
Doug. Anna, of course. Okay, so that will tag the others as missing, but missing, right? Okay, we'll just put missing. Okay, so why don't we? Is the agenda right after that?
No, what we need to do is approve the minutes.
Oh,
from
okay.
September
Okay.
13th, 2025.
Okay. Does anybody have a problem with the minutes of the 13th September?
No, they looked good. I thought
Okay.
they were nice. And yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll take a motion to approve.
I'll move it. I'll so move, Louise.
Okay.
And I second.
Okay.
Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So the
On to
next category
ahead.
is ongoing business, and the first item onto that caption is the Americans with Disability Act Transition Plan Updates. And I'm going to talk about this. Discuss potential partnership with MOD to implement an American with Disability ADA Title II training for city department heads.
Okay.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have another person joining us.
Okay.
I think
Name
this
is-
is Jen.
It's who? Jen? Oh, hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen. Hi.
So we can put Jen on the schedule or as being here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So what Lynn, what was that? That was transition plan, and that you'll talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the transition plan, it's actually on page 17 of the transition plan. There are 2 pages in the self-evaluation of programs that needed to be addressed through the plan that have not been for department heads. So they identified 19 different departments within the city that needed or were missing either ADA training and assistance for employees, or that the department did not have an ADA policy. So, for instance, the city clerk who does voter registration, vital copies, they did not have any training for their employees, and they did not have a policy. So that's just an example. But they went through each of the 19 departments, from fire department, library, assessors, energy and stability, veteran services, and human resources. But I would just refer you to take a look at this. It's just 2 pages long, but it gives you a good identity. The only department out of 19 that even had an ADA policy was the school department, which good for them. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, So under the 19 departments, there were major findings. And as an example, one of the big ones was the Human Resource Department didn't have any training materials, didn't have any policies. And, I'd say that's a pretty glaring one.
Hmm.
And
it seems to me like all department people should, or at least the department head should
Mhm.
have the training or
Right.
the materials that you need to have that as a base of information.
right.
Uh,
And
yeah.
obviously, every department is different, but one of the big things in a policy is how do you treat employees who need accommodations? Or, any kind of accommodation. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be, wheelchair. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be, reading material or, yeah. So,
Or
So that's-
pregnancy.
yes, yes, definitely. So, that's a glaring hole. And one of the things they did mention was a number of departments didn't have TTY machines. They even mentioned that the fire department didn't, which I found kind of strange. And I don't know if that's been changed. I know they've implemented a new website and things like that. But again, these are just things that were identified as significant findings.
Yeah.
So I spoke with, well, a while ago, I spoke with Ginny, the mayor. And her concern about doing the training program for the department heads was that it would be very difficult to get 19 department heads in one place, for a certain period of time. And, to take up all that time.
Yeah.
So when I
Break
went,
it up.
yeah,
You
well,
could break it up into a couple of sessions. Yeah.
right, but the idea that Jeff from MOD came up with was that they now have quite a few training programs online. So
Mhm.
his thought was that we can identify and target the videos and training sessions that the department heads would watch, but then MOD would do like a 1 hour question and answer, because obviously, the fire department's going to have different questions than, the city clerk.
Yeah.
But, there's certainly a lot of standardization in terms of writing a policy. So as I was telling Anna earlier, what they're doing at MOD is in January, they're going to be putting out a training program for municipal workers, but they're doing it in conjunction with the Attorney General's office. So they're kind of going to marry the two together. And they just didn't want to kind of reinvent the wheel for two different times. So what they're going to do is I'll give you the name of the person who's the contact, but they will definitely contact Anna and let her know when that training session is going to be up and running.
Okay.
But
And then get that to the department heads.
yeah. And so you probably have to, again, go through Ginny, to coordinate that. But he thought, and I thought that sounded like a good idea, rather than in the past, before, things really went online, they used to actually have, like the city of Canton would have a 1-day training program and all department heads would come. But she just, especially with 19 people, 19 departments, it just didn't seem very workable.
Yeah.
So that's what I.
But the Zoom seems like a great idea because, you know, I do training for other things I do for Greenfield,
Mhm.
and it requires you to take a test.
Yes,
And um, and I take it within, they tell me right off that I have to watch an hour or 45-minute to an hour video, and then uh, answer, I think, 20 questions um, about the topics, and then they send you a certificate.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah,
So that's something that we could do just for acknowledgement that they have had the training. Whether or not they want to use the certificate as a coaster, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it at least shows that they've gone through the basics and they have the information, um, and they could, um, the the Zoom uh, meetings could be called up at any time. They don't even have to do it at the work site. They could do it at home, as long as the questions are answered and they feel like they have that information, then they could do it at home. That's what I did. I didn't go to the
Right.
library or
Right.
ask to borrow, you know, a city computer. I just did it at home. So
Mhm.
within the
Yeah.
hour, I had you scored 100%, and so I think Zoom is probably the best uh, option to do that. Uh, Louise, are you holding up your
Yeah,
hand or a pen?
yes, I am. Well,
Okay.
Oh,
Lynn, what was the group in the state, from the state, that would be working with the MOD on this?
the district attorney's office.
Oh, thank you.
Um, and yes, Doug, people would probably get some kind of a certificate, but the important part is every department has to write up a policy for their department. So,
That's something
well,
separate, but
yeah, that would be separate, but also Jeff said, MOD would also be available not only to answer questions, but if people were writing up their policy and needed some help, then MOD could help them with that too. So,
I'm sure there's what am I talking about? Basically something you can take from MOD's procedure and
mhm,
kind of meld that with
yeah,
different pieces of, and if you needed to change it to town specific, you could do that.
mhm,
It could be as easy as a cut and a paste
yeah,
with a procedure.
mhm,
Uh, I
yeah,
know
there's
that's been
gonna be
done
a lot of
on other things.
standardization. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay,
All right.
so that's the overview. And again, I just encourage everyone to look at the 2 pages, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And we will essentially be waiting. They said they'd contact Anna, and as soon as the training program, but they were.
What pages? What pages are those on?
I have the book here. So in the book, it's page 17 and 18.
Got it. All
I'm
right,
not sure if it would
I'll
be
look it
the
up
same.
as soon as our meeting is done. I'll look up it, see.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Louise?
next thing.
Well,
What?
I think Louise had her hand up
Oh,
again.
okay, Louise?
Yeah, would you tell us again where this transition plan is?
Well, it's on the website.
Okay, on
the-
MOD?
No, for at the town of Greenfield.
Oh, okay,
The commission has a web, the commission has a place in the city. And it is in that.
okay, thank you.
But
I'll just link to
Louise,
it in
if
the
you
chat.
ever want a hard copy of the book, The Transition Plan,
Yeah,
It
okay.
was either one in the library, or I think I gave Anna, we had some other copies made up.
I still have a couple copies for folks.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Great. On to the next thing.
On to the next thing. All right, update on power chair charging stations. City staff has identified an additional location at the Greenfield Library. I did speak to the librarian about it. She was excited about having it. So we need to vote to allocate $749 to purchase a power chair charging station using the handicap parking funds to be installed at the Greenfield Public Library.
Okay, my only question is, we don't have a treasurer, do we?
For the committee,
Yeah, I mean,
the roles have
had a
been floating around. I think the last person who was assigned the
was
treasurer
Ginny.
role was Lynn.
Oh,
Really? Oh, wow.
Right.
Lynn, I thought it was Ginny.
It had been Ginny, yeah.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right.
So
I'm
we
sorry.
haven't had one.
It's
So
okay. No, it's okay.
Anna, is there any way that you can check to see how much money we have? Because I have no idea how much we have. It's because we
I
spent.
I can see if I have the exact number
Okay,
in my email, but I would have to request a report from the city accountant. But last
Oh, okay.
we had checked, we had well over $3,000.
Yeah.
okay.
So
Then, well, with
I'm
that in
not
mind,
worried that we're going to run out, but of course it would be good to have the exact amount.
okay. Well, how do people feel about that?
I, I'm in favor of it. You mean installing it at the library?
Yeah, I mean, does anybody have any qualms about that? Because I think it's a great idea.
No.
It was suggested. I've been talking to people at the library, and they said, "When can you get it in?" You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
So it's been a very positive experience talking to people about where these things are coming up. The senior center, that I think people are very pleased about that. And the fire station has always been on my list of places to logically be have one placed there. So I don't have a problem. So I'll entertain a motion to pay for that station to be placed at the library, and that we will cover the cost.
Yeah, so the term is vote to allocate $749 to purchase the power chair charging
Okay.
station for the Greenfield Public Library.
Okay, you said it so well, I'm going to say that's great.
Well,
Uh,
I'm the script.
So all those in favor,
Aye.
say aye.
I,
Aye.
Raise your hand. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sure the public library and the people who need that will be very happy to have that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Good.
my only caveat about that is I think that one should be indoors. I don't think that one should be outdoors.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. They
It-
are currently just looking at a location
Outdoors.
outside,
Oh,
right by the front door. So it's under the overhang,
Okay.
and the logic just being that they want that the library would like to have it accessible to people outside of their open hours if needed. But yeah, do you want to say more about that, Lynn, though? I mean, does that
Well, I realized I went over to look at the one at the senior center, which is great. But in the wintertime, it's pretty cold out there sitting out. Because you'd have to, if you're charging it, you'd probably have to charge for at least 20 minutes.
yeah.
So, New England weather lasts, cold weather lasts, I don't know, 6 months or so, so.
For
It was
sure.
just a thought. And my thinking was, that's fine for the senior center, but the library's open more. You know,
True.
they have more hours.
In the
Louise,
weekend.
Louise.
I wonder,
Louise?
I know that it would cost more to do this, but I wonder if it would be at all possible to have it a connection outside and a connection inside.
Hmm.
I mean,
I
it would
don't-
probably
That's-
triple the price.
That's a good
but we
question,
have the
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am not opposed to that. So why don't we amend the motion to basically see if there's a way that we can, so it would be a charger and a connector that would be accessible inside and out.
Hmm.
Essentially, that's what we're talking about, right? Just,
That would
Yeah.
need to be 2 different stations.
Yeah.
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 So, okay, that's fine. Then it would be two units that we would be purchasing. Is that correct, Anna?
To have one both inside and outside, yes. I
Okay.
don't know that the library, when we initially had the conversation, I think they had been thinking about places to put it both inside and outside, and the outside spot was the one they had landed on. I don't know if that means they don't have room for one indoors,
Or-
like
Or
the
don't
entry
want
area is
one?
pretty
Yeah.
large, or don't want
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah,
we could ask him,
let's
should I
let's
put
ask
the
that question.
brakes on the outdoor one until next month then? If it's an either or question.
I would say the faster that we can get that question answered from the library about whether or not they want one inside, or would it be possible to have one, or do they have a problem with one inside? If they do, then we'll just go with the outside one. If they don't, if they want one inside, that's a whole thing. Because I'd like to do it all in one swoop, in terms of getting two. If we're going to have to get two at the same time with the connection or whatever they need to either feed off each other or get power off it, however that is. Okay, so why don't we just well, what's other people's thoughts about just going forward with the outside one first, and closely find and still finding out as fast as we can from the library, because we can say we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone if we get an answer that's quick.
Yeah. I
um,
think we just voted today to allocate one. And
Okay.
it's allocated.
Okay. All right. So let's allocate one,
Yeah.
and
And in the meantime, we can, explore whether there's a place for 2, or we can clarify with them.
Yep.
But
Yep.
in the meantime, it's allocated, they can order it. And if they've already decided there's at least one place they want it.
Right.
Okay. So there's a
Yeah.
motion on the floor. We need a second.
Do what?
I think we already
We
voted.
already did.
Oh, we already voted on that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought we voted on something else, but
Yeah.
okay. So then I think that's great.
Okay.
I think they'll be very happy with that, and so will the general public that is in and around the post office and the Y and other places that are used a lot. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's going to be very beneficial. And if it's possible that the library wants one inside, we'll be happy to do that. Take that up at the next meeting,
Yeah.
so that we don't lose that much time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
next.
Next is update on single stream recycling transition.
And to be honest with you guys, there's not really an update since September. The same is true if anybody has any mobility concerns with respect to their bins, they should reach out to the recycling coordinator directly. And she is still doing visits to people's homes to test out the bins with you and figure out where to park them and that kind of thing. And I'll just reiterate it because I keep talking to people who I think don't realize this is happening, including my neighbors, but we have switched to the single stream facility. So you can commingle your recycling. It is proving difficult to change the habit. Like even in my own house, we still are separating, but
Yep, me too.
you don't have to.
Okay, great. That's
So
great.
That's all I have today.
So
Okay.
so we still use, like, we're using the green boxes.
Yep.
So we don't have to separate things. We can,
You don't have to, no, because they're all actually going into the same facility, same pile.
great.
Yeah.
So for instance, I just want to get this through my head is, because I'm the one that puts out the trash and that kind of stuff is, and I also separate. So if you had glass and metal and paper, you could put it all in one bin.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I like
Cardboard.
that.
I know.
And cardboard. Yeah.
And cardboard. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got tons of cardboard.
Yeah.
I think half my barn is they didn't put up walls in my barn, but my father-in-law put up any cardboard he got from the town because he worked for the town, and he's got walls, all four walls with all sorts of writing, either from the town or from when he did the last oil change to a car that's been gone for 20 years. But anyway, I think that's a great thing. So, anything else on that, Anna? So
That's
we're
all.
we're
Yeah.
we're in limbo until
We're
we.
still kind of waiting. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next.
New business. Discussion on future of Commission on Disability Access. Members will discuss goals for the upcoming year, ideas for expanding membership, and a potential public outreach meeting.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, I think I can't tell you how much people have come up to me with the my turn thing that I put in the paper and then passed on to other people, and they were saying that was great, and I would still like to see others on the committee basically feel free to do one of their own to tell their own story if they feel like they want to do that. It shows diversity in terms of who may be writing. Somebody that doesn't have what I have, or it just makes for a good opportunity to tell about the challenges that some people may have, or the good and the good stuff that happens too. It's not dressed down that the city is doing. I can't get around because the city is not doing this, or that. I tried to keep it upbeat, as well as being people told me, says, you're a great role model, because you I don't consider myself a great role model, but other people have, so I'll take it. I'll take the win. So I guess if people want to write a short thing. They don't need to write 1,000-page or 1,000-word article. They could do it as an opinion, which is 250 words. If they wanted to try that, and if their story fits in that they could do that, or my turn, or something else. But I really want to encourage people to tell their story, tell them the difficulties they've had. And we don't want to put the city of Greenfield on the spot unless it's a glaring kind of a thing that we need to have fixed, too sweet, so to speak. Anna?
Sure, yeah. So I want to put the city of Greenfield on the spot if we need to. That's I've been thinking about the idea of a public meeting, which is something Louise had proposed. And I actually think that the timing, I like that we're having this conversation ahead of the new year. I think the timing with having some training for city staff and department heads from MAUD works really well. And I'm just thinking, I think the number one thing I would want the public to understand, right, is that everybody has rights under the ADA Title II to equal access to your own government and its programs, right?
Yeah.
So it's absolutely true that it's literally impossible for the city to fix every sidewalk,
Right.
physical accessibility is always going to be a moving
Right.
target, and that's fine. And we need to stay on it, and we need to, communicate better and share information to make sure we're
Yeah.
keeping up with that. But that's not the only form that disability takes. And I would love to hear more from the public about just sort of general access issues when it comes to city programs. And I think as department heads get some more baseline sort of ABCs kind of training, they will also start to recognize, okay, here are the gaps in the access that we're creating. And hopefully that also means they will approach this committee, and work with this group to try to fill those gaps, because we can always identify the gaps, and then the next step is figuring out what to do.
And the one thing that when I went through my ADA training many years ago, when it was first adopted, I became the ADA coordinator for 1,000 of my union members. So I helped them find accommodation work sites. But the only stipulation in the ADA is if the cost is too prohibitive, they don't have to do it.
Right.
That's the one thing that if the cost is too prohibitive, they won't be able to do it. That's the one provision in the law that says that they can do that. But up to that, a reasonable accommodation. I was in a group home in Amherst, and they moved me over to South Hadley, which is an accommodated work site. So not and every single person that was an employee there had some sort of disability, but they could still work. They could still work with the residents that were in the group home, and that that worked. But anyway, a public meeting sounds a good idea. I think we should pursue that after January, after the department heads get their training, or take the training and test and things of that nature. I think that we should set up a meeting in February or March, if we have everything in place. If MOD has everything in place and the directors have gone through the training, then we can do, if they do that fast, we can do it. We can put our meeting fast too. Louise?
Yes, I just wondered what kind of meeting Anna is thinking of. I mean, when I suggested it, I wondered if we might have a meeting at the John Zahn, for example, and speak to a lot of senior citizens about what the CDA is and does, and that might be fertile ground to finding new members, hearing new stories about what needs are out there.
Yep, yeah.
But what Anna is talking about sounds different to me. So maybe 2 meetings, or maybe combine these meetings, or
Well,
That is sort of what I was thinking, Louise. Something at the senior center, and that was as half-baked as it had occurred to me. But since you had mentioned kind of a singular meeting, it's also worth. We did apply for mod funds for disaster preparedness for people with disabilities program that we kind of pulled together earlier this year. I have no idea if we'll get that funding, but if we do, that might also be a place to plug the commission and to kind of, to again, make the point about what the ADA is, that we have a transition plan for the city. Here are your rights. Here's the city's responsibilities. Here's how you get in touch with the commission if you have an issue, not just limited to, you know, a natural disaster or something like that. That's as far as I've gotten my thinking.
I'm of the opinion of a public meeting, but have it at the senior center. That combines, that gives the opportunity for both groups to attend a meeting that might be beneficial for them. If we did it for the seniors, we might get some members or people wanting more information right away. But it doesn't hurt to have the general public know about us and what we do. And they may reach out and say, I've got a problem. How can you guys help us fix that? And if we, so I don't mind combining both of them. It just seems like most, I don't know. I just think it's a good idea. So I'll leave it at that. That I think just having a general public meeting after the directors have had their meeting, so everybody will be informed, and they can pass it on to their staff, and we can pass it on to the seniors that are at the senior center and also the general public. So I think it's a good idea. What do you guys think about the timing of it?
Louise has her hand.
Louise?
Louise has her hand up.
yeah. I'm a little, I'm worried a little bit if we postpone having a meeting at the JZ until such time as all the department heads have had some training. That could push us out by quite a bit, although anybody who is disabled will be reluctant to go out in the winter, so that might work, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was just last week, Greening Greenfield held their energy fair at the John Zahn Center, which kind of took the format of vendors sort of around the room that you can mingle with and learn from about weatherizing your home, but then you know, a short presentation at least at the outset. That seems like the kind of format that could work, because we could try to coordinate with like Stavros and like, you know, CSO and ServiceNet, right? The agencies that provide supports to people with disabilities as well. See if they want to come and share, you know, information.
Good idea. Yeah.
Not to bite off more than we can chew. This definitely feels like a new year, new year thing to do. But I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, but I think that's a good idea. So,
and just a while ago, we talked about making up some flyers, and I just wanted to reiterate that again, because I see flyers at Valley Medical. I see flyers at the library when you come in. There's I don't know. I'm just speaking for myself, but that's how I found my way to the commission. And I know it's a little bit old school stuff, but yeah, just just bring that up again and, you know.
Well, we don't need to make 1,000 of them, but I think it's, you know,
No, I mean.
that's an easy
Hi,
fix.
You know,
I
or
mean,
something like that, yeah. But
Yeah, like when you had originally mentioned it, Lynn, my thinking was it was a recruitment for members kind of tactic. And then
Yeah.
I was like, well, we gotta wait until we have more open seats. But
Right.
it could really be as simple. So the Community Preservation Commission does this where they print out a flyer that really just says like, here are 3 bullet points about what this committee does. Here's where you can find out more on the website, and here's the time and place that we usually meet in case you're curious and want to come see. Is that kind of
Yeah.
way? Yeah,
Yeah.
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 exactly.
And the, that's a segue to, for me, in terms of opening up more seats. I think I let Anna know, but, my term is up at the end of December, and I'm unfortunate, I've served 3 terms, and, I have a lot going on with my husband, and, I'm just gonna ignore that. Um,
Well, thank you for serving.
well,
You've been,
you know.
you've been a godsend of information. So to me, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be on the committee if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, I, I've really enjoyed it, and I'm particularly taken by how much has gotten done, you know, and anyway, you know, I'm very torn because I love it. It's kind of my obviously my interest. And you know, I'm not sure, you know, I'm sure as a citizen I can be involved with things. But you know, I just wanted to let you know that at the end of December
Yeah.
next month will be my last meeting.
Okay.
Oh my
But
gosh, December is next month.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm available for anything, you know.
Get your Christmas presents there. Get them out there.
Yeah, yeah. So just wanted to
Okay.
let you
Thank
know.
you for everything, Lynn. Honestly, like,
Thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we know where to find you, so I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
still hit you up
You know
for
where I
help
live.
when we need it. But
And I don't mind, like,
Good.
you know, if you're gonna do a presentation, I'm happy to, you know, I just don't know legitimately how
Yeah.
much allowed to be involved, but you know, I'm happy to come, and I'm a pretty verbal person, so, you know,
Well, that's no problem.
yeah.
Some,
Thank you.
some people need to see that personal connection
Yeah,
instead
Yeah.
of a brochure or something. But
yeah, yeah,
thank you. Thanks again for doing what you did and
yeah, yeah,
passing it on.
yeah.
Okay. Next.
Anyway, next is annual selection of officers. I'm not sure that's.
we've left it on there.
We always put it on, it gets moved along, so I guess we'll move that along till next month.
Yeah, I mean, like we know concretely that we'll have to appoint someone to fill Lynn's seat, right? So we know we'll have some more turnover in the next couple of months. So we can wait again.
Okay,
Up to you guys.
Yep.
okay, so the last thing is, the next meeting is on December 12th, 2005.
Let
Oh,
me just check.
Wait a minute, are we changing this to a Friday time now?
Well, so that's what I put December 12th because that would be the second Friday, which is what this is. I can do a more informal just check in with everybody ahead of the meeting.
Okay,
And it would be at 1:30 to 2:30.
Yeah,
Okay.
just going on what we're doing this month.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
yeah, well, I mean, that's what we have listed here, so if it changes, you know, we'll
We'll post it.
post it. You know,
Or just
I'm guessing
beware
it would be
beware
Thursday.
weather too. So, you know,
Mm.
weather's coming in December, so we'll
Oh
have-
gosh, no, it won't.
we'll have opportunity if we can't make it on one day, we can, and Zoom is working, we can
Yeah,
Zoom our meetings.
yeah.
Okay, all right. So anything else?
That's it for the agenda.
Okay. So with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion. to
Okay.
adjourn.
All right. So we have Lynn and Louise.
You can do
Okay.
a roll call?
What?
Roll call? Or
Did I-
all
I
in
did-
favor?
Oh, it's, yeah. All in favor?
Aye. That's my
Aye.
favorite one.
Okay, right.
Okay.
One
that's-
quick thing, Anna, just to add, the contact person for MOD is Lilia
Millie
Millicky.
Yes.
Oh, here it is. It is Lilia Millicky, Mikeci.
I think I've emailed with her as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
but
Okay.
she's gonna
So-
be our point person.
She'll be the person who will
Yeah.
reach. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Nice
Well-
to see everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
care.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
you
Have a
well.
nice turkey or whatever you have.
Okay.
Care.